timeout goes to Penn State. So the Bows starting to celebrate as they take control here in game one. Hawaii 12, Penn State 8. Game one, it's 12-8 Hawaii. Hawaii drew 154,811 fans this year. They had 20 matches. The Bows averaged 7,700 fans. They had 7 crowds of more than 10,000. It is a phenomenon unlike any other volleyball program in the country ever.
And right now that phenomenon is truly helping Hawaii. Look at this scoring run. They've been able to buckle down. They know what it's like to play under pressure. Penn State, on the other hand, making errors that they didn't make at the beginning of the game. Another service error. They had 5 hitting errors during that 7-1 run. They are making mistakes, and Hawaii is capitalizing on them.
Here comes Naveh Milo. And Hawaii, you can see they're getting confidence when they're serving. Contreras pops it through the block. So Yuval Contreras, he had 945 attempts coming in this year, had 526 kills. Hawaii leading by 4 here in game one. Ball dug back over. There's Milo. Over to Katz, and Katz creams it.
Great rotation right now for Hawaii. They've got 3 hitters in Katz, Milo, and Leoni. Nice dish by Pichel. The jump set holds the middle block.
He's over Pampina by about 1.5 feet on that play. We have a substitution coming in for Hawaii. Super sub Kahinu Lee, a 6-foot sophomore from Captain Cook, Hawaii. He comes in and rips the jumper. So here comes Lee. Down the line, a rocket. And Penn State can't return it.
That is the beauty of the new service rule, serving behind, anywhere behind the baseline. Look at the angle that Lee can create, going for that left baseline until you could serve anywhere from the baseline. That was an impossible area to get on the jump serve.
12th ace this year for Lee. And he serves it out of bounds. What's his ratio? That's his 36th error. So he's about a 3-to-1 ratio, but Mike Wilton likes to put him in to step on the gas for the Bows.
And in the men's game, when serving is so important, a 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 ratio is exactly where you want to be.
They set Sivan Leoni, and he pops it out of bounds. So let's see how Hawaii reacts now with a big lead. Hawaii up 13-8. Now it's 13-9.
And now Penn State right where they want to be with Contreras in the front row, 3-person attack with Otto in the back row, but another service error. 5 service errors already for Penn State. They had 0 in the first half of this first game.
Hawaii also has 5. Here comes Katz, high toss as Otto checks it out. Look at that toss. And he cross-courts it out of bounds. The only toss about that high I've ever seen on the men's pro beach volleyball tour. Brent Frohoff, one of the AVP stars, throws it up a mile.
Especially playing outside, that's tough. You never know with the wind. You don't want it to take over.
It's a 4-point Hawaii lead. Katz. You know what's amazing about Katz? We talked about how many times he gets set. Over 1,100 this year and how many kills, but he's always got 2 players on him or 3 players on him.
Great double block out of the back row, but look at his elevation and that arm swing. He literally is unstoppable. In fact, Wilton says he has an uncanny ability to turn bad into good.
Contreras, he's dug up. Hawaii looking for a point.
Again to Pichel.
And Pichel.
Oh, excuse me, Milo.
It is Milo. Milo, the 6'2 sophomore, gives Hawaii its first game point, but first, Penn State going to take a timeout. We'll come back. Hawaii in command here in game one. Stay with us. Crazy here in Westwood, California. The Hawaii Rainbows have their first game point. They are standing. Penn State in trouble. It's 14-9, Penn State in blue. And they're going to get a touch, and Penn State, let's check it. The under official, Ken Taylor, is saying that a Penn State player touched the net or went under, and if that's so, Hawaii's going to win game one.
Kepner had to reach for that ball. He either went under the net or got the net, but it did look like his foot has to be entirely over the halfway mark. If it's 3/4 of the way, that's legal.
If he's over, the game is over. It's over. Hawaii wins game 1.
He is under. Both, actually his knees went under, but you couldn't see. Let's check his feet. It's the feet or whether or not he's into the net. From this angle, hard to tell.
That's a tough call.
His toes come up, so his heels are not on the end line. However, if they were, it was legal.
And it was really a great save by Jason Kepner. It was an errant set. He's just trying to save it, remember. Let's take one more look. Boy, you can really get a big ankle burger on this one.
See if it goes into the bottom of the net, and then watch where his toes land. Net right there with his face. However, his feet are not under. His toes are. His heels are up, but if his heels were down, it's legal.
Here's the angle. He's under.
There he is.
He's definitely under.
See when he rolls back, he's still under.
All right, so the refs get one right. Hawaii wins game 1. We'll continue with our coverage of the NCAA Men's Volleyball Championship after this. Welcome back to Westwood, California. Game 1, going to the Hawaii Rainbows 15-9. I'm Chris Marlowe, along with Heather Cox. If you look at the history of NCAA men's volleyball, UCLA has been the dominant team, 15 titles. Pepperdine and USC next. Penn State, Long Beach State, and San Diego State, each with 1 title. Yes, Hawaii has never won a title, although Hawaii has been a perennial power in women's volleyball. Their men's program really coming to life in the last few years. As we take a look at game 1 stats, Heather, what do you see?
The key for Penn State is the momentum breaker at the halfway point. They started out hitting over 500, finished hitting just at 200 with only 16 kills. The service errors also killed Penn State. Hawaii with 6, big difference, took Penn State out of their offense.
So Penn State starts with a side out. Kevin Hurricane getting the set from Justin Otto, and now the Nittany Lions will serve it up.
Another key for Hawaii that you didn't see on the stat page is they have diversified their offense. They do tend to rely on Katz, but Katz, Milo, and Wilton all made a tremendous impact in game 1.
One of the big problems for Penn State is a taller team, a more physical team, and you expect Penn State to block, and if they don't, they're dead.
It's very tough for them to read around the block. If the block is not set up right, it's very hard to go in and dig through the seam.
First block for Kevin Hurricane, and that ball hit straight down by Jason Rink. He grew up in Oregon, came down to Los Angeles, went to Pierce Junior College, and then on to Hawaii. Very quick and exciting athlete, very emotional.
And known to his teammates as Country Boy, or sometimes Woody from the character of Cheers. Just a down-home guy, loves to fly fish.
1-0 is our score. Penn State in blue, Hawaii in white. So Penn State will serve it. Penn State with a Mexican national and a Puerto Rican national in their starting lineup. And of course Hawaii with the 3 Israelis. So international volleyball players coming to the United States and really, I think, adding to the flavor of NCAA men's volleyball.
Well, they've all got that international experience, so they come in as freshman or sophomore eligibility, but they've got so much international experience and maturity that they're a tremendous asset, especially if they stay for 4 years.
1-0 Penn State. Back set, here comes Contreras. Nice up by Otto. He scooped it out, and Kepner hits it out of bounds. Point Hawaii. This is game 2. The opening moments were tied at 1.
Contreras, certainly a player not used to getting blocked. Penn State doing a nice job scooping up and covering.
Pretty good kick there. There goes Milo.
And a ball on the way as well.
Hawaii likes to play a little pinball defense. Bing, 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 bing. They had one there. And Pampina is roofed by Leoni.
Penetration in the air before the ball is even set. Talk about commitment, talk about a reaction. That's the way to get your team fired up.
What floor defense? That time, too many contacts. Hawaii 2, Penn State 1. The Nittany Lions will have the ball. Contreras has 8 kills to lead the Lions.
Great hustle by the Rainbows. They can't quite execute. Again, you have to get it over on three, but nice pinball defense.
Pretty good pass there. Wilton thought he was getting something inside. He did not. Watch Leoni. No, back set. Katz. And Katz cranks another.